My name's Ike Wilson, and it's great to be with you all today. I'm the president of the Joint Special Operations University, or also known as the JSOU. We are a university, polytechnic. I'm really glad that Matt in his opener started off with the thinking and rethinking and re-understanding through doing, because our university is very unique, serving a very unique and different client. We serve the United States Special Operations Command. We're about 80,000 U.S., and that's not counting allies and partner, special operations forces, globally deployed for a global ranging mission and a trans-regional, but really trans-everything orientation. We're very polytechnic in our orientation application, and I, as the president, am charged by the commanding general, General Rich Clark of the United States Special Operations Command, to change the university, to evolve the university 21 years in existence from really what it's been for the last 21 years, an instructional activity, delivering no knowledge in a traditional sense of what constitutes what we all come to understand as national and global security and defense affairs. Particularly making a transition of that instructional activity, passing on known knowledge to a force on their way to an operational mission and on their way back from an operational mission. Particularly important to change over the past 20 years where that orientation, and you only have to look at what you're probably most familiar with when you think about what's about a special operator, the geared up male, right? Have to emphasize these demographics. Geared up male, white male, right? US in the lead, all geared up, hyper-teched, can't see their face, goggles, tech ranging off everything with a reticle on someone's body part, right? Hollywood's captured that. Last 20 years really focused on countering terrorists, countering violent extremist organizations, what we call direct action, lethal applications, use and utility of force in a very exquisite, special, unique way in the gray spaces, at the seams, at the peripheral of things, right? Non-traditional, asymmetrical use of force. Last 20 years, we've been captured just like everything else in regards to national security and defense in the context of what we call now the global war on terrorism, the GWOT era. We are late in coming to a new era. We're very late in coming to a new era, which we're struggling right now to figure out what even to call it, right? Talk about a design puzzle. Everything ranging from an environment and national security and defense affairs, all about integrated deterrence, strategic competition. You've heard probably most popularly a return of great power competition with a particular emphasis on a rising China, a revanchist Russia that we're dealing right now in a war within wars, what I call a compound war. And that's just to name two of at least a 4+1 compound, complicated, complex, wicked, compound security dilemma of a Russia, a rising China, a revanchist, want to be a great again power in Russia, a nuclear-armed cultist regime as the DPRK, North Korea, and a rising at least regional theocratic state, the Islamic Republic of Iran. Not to mention the threat that didn't go away over the last 20 years, but is only metastasizing in new, more wicked ways. Terrorist threats, including Al-Qaeda, the Islamic State, and all myriad of variations of the same. Each one of those 5 threat arrays, in and of themselves, wicked. In some kind of combination, particularly as they converge at very specific, historically recurrent and relevant places on the globe, they present contagion effects, what we call compound security dilemmas. The university, and I'll close with this, the university is one level of a 4-part puzzle. Part challenge, imperatively part opportunity to figure our way out of this. And this is one of the reasons why we're here with you all, to get some outside of our own boxes, ideas and contributions, and how to apply design to help us figure this out. At the ultimate level of the puzzle, it's a global security and national and defense puzzle. How has the character of global geopolitical competition changed, and to what implications, good, bad, and ugly? That's the first layer of the puzzle we've got to figure out. Second, what implications of that change on any and all types of use of force for power purposes? Hopefully towards a coming and a realization to a relative peace as we can come to know it and re-know it. right? And bring human agency back into these affairs so you can win without fighting. So you can actually achieve that relative peace without fighting. What does that mean, penultimate question, in terms of what kind of force? And specific to us, how do we have to rethink special operations? What constitutes a special operator, a special operations force? So they don't only look like that image that we're all very familiar with, but still looking like that. So it's the ultimate innovator's dilemma. How to lead change and lead change within yourself as vanguard to that change for nation and globe, not self, and do so in a way that also does not depart from those aspects of who you are, identity, through your use and utility, that must endure. That's quite a puzzle. That's quite a design puzzle. Thirdly, third and fourth, what does that mean for a university? How do you take a revolution, a fourth age of technological revolution, and marry that and meter that with a collision of what we call a fourth age of special operations forces, and come out with a highly educated, hyper-tech enabled, responsible operator, or the new hero for this fourth age? That's the puzzle for the university. The university must change within itself while not departing from self in order to become that education activity, anticipatory perspective, so that we can actually be vanguard on this edge of change and bring back the right solutions from the extraordinary world back to the ordinary world. We hope and do a lot of work within our own selves in terms of design, and we're looking very much to the workshopping and the beginning of a relationship to get some ideas and contributions well beyond our own boxes. Thanks.